Coachella Valley, man. Everybody back at home. Everybody get ready, man. When I come back, we're going to celebrate.
Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, Tim, right here, please.
Come on, Tim.
When you're ready.
What's up, Fred?
You already heard
Dante's boxing.
My man.
I got this on video, Tim. I'm putting it up.
Word, man.
I wish I would have got when he did
I'll
it the
be
last
on it.
time. He did. Now, Bob, Manny Pacquiao recently said he has no preference on his next opponent, but clearly Crawford is going to ask for a lot less money. Does that give him more of a chance of getting that big fight with Pacquiao?
Well, that depends. And Manny saying he has no preference on his next opponent, I don't think that's correct. Manny said to me that he wants to fight the best available guy. That's why he's looking at tape. And if he thinks Crawford is the best guy, the best challenge, that's who he would want to fight in his next fight.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So we've been waiting for this announcement from Manny Pacquiao for what, the last 2-3 weeks now, to announce his next opponent. Now let me get you guys caught up. For those of you guys who don't know, the fighters that were supposed to be in the runnings was Tim Bradley, Terrence Crawford, and Amir Khan, right? Then all of a sudden, advisor Michael Koncz, he pulled a little bit of an audible, and he said, oh, wait a minute, we got a new candidate. And it was Adrian the Problem Broner. Then he started talking about how they're negotiating. Then Adrian Broner, he admitted that, or acknowledged that he did get a phone call from Michael Koncz, and he started talking about how, you know, you fans are crazy if you think Pacquiao's gonna whoop my ass. Michael Koncz reacted to that by saying, hey, Broner, I would like it if you don't tell people too much of what we're talking about or how the negotiations are going. So then I get a little bird in my ear in the PBC Al Heyman circle. A direct source basically tells me, oh yeah, we want that fight bad, and we are really negotiating to get that fight. We really want to get this Pacquiao-Broner fight. This is what I'm told from a direct source, okay? So I make a video saying it looks like there's a very good chance that we may get Pacquiao versus Broner. But I also said in that video, look for Bradley to be the backup runner. So Bob Arum basically did a recent interview, and the gist of it was Michael Koncz wants the Broner fight, and Bob Arum doesn't want the Broner fight. Bob Arum was basically saying stuff like, Michael Koncz thought just because a guy had a big mouth, that means he can sell tickets and et cetera, et cetera. I'm just paraphrasing, but this is pretty much what Bob Arum said. Bob Arum said that's not the case. So therefore, he's saying that Broner is not an option. And they're going back to the original batch of candidates, which we all know that, at least from what we're hearing, it's not going to be Terrence Crawford, which really sucks. Because if it ain't going to be Adrian Broner, I think the majority of fans would like to see Pacquiao versus Crawford. Once again, I want to say for the record, I do not believe that this is going to be Manny Pacquiao's last fight. Only way I see this as Pacquiao's last fight is if he gets knocked out the way he did in the Marquez fight. That's the only way I see this as his last fight. I told you guys on a previous video, fighters often avenge or try to avenge the biggest loss on their record. They often chase that loss for the rest of their life, okay? In this situation, you have Manny Pacquiao, who lost the fight of the decade, okay? He lost to the best fighter of our generation. And Manny Pacquiao, he can smile and act like it doesn't bother him, but deep down, it bothers the shit out of Pacquiao. And Pacquiao, I truly believe, he wants to do everything he can to try to make up for that loss. Regardless if it's get a rematch with Floyd Mayweather, or if it's just continue to fight and try to make people forget about that loss slightly, right? So, like I said, I don't expect him to retire, and I don't know, man. It's looking at with the power of Bob Arum. It looked like if it was up to Michael Koncz, Pacquiao's advisor, we would have actually got Pacquiao versus Broner. But because of this man right here, Bob Arum, we're most likely not going to get it. I mean, it's almost sad when you think about the fact that Al Heyman is actually willing to work with Bob Arum for the betterment of the sport, to provide the best matches that we normally wouldn't have gotten a chance to see, right? But when it comes to Bob Arum, because of his personal disdain, he refuses to work with this guy, even if it's going to provide some of the best fights that boxing fans want to see. We got to see Mayweather versus Pacquiao, not because of Bob Arum, but because of Al Heyman. That's all I got, guys. I'm on to the next one.
Now, the last question, Bob. It seems with Al Heyman in the PBC series, with them signing so many fighters, it seems like eventually it would be beneficial for you guys to collaborate and work together. Will that ever happen?
No.
Hi, you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation. Woo!